Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to present you with my thoughts on Uncharted 3. Alright. Alright, so what's up guys? So Uncharted 3, when did it come out? November, I think? It's been a while coming, but finally Gamefly shipped it to me, and yeah, come on, it's Uncharted. What does Frazzleberry think about Uncharted 3? You know, I heard he wasn't too fond of the first Uncharted, but he liked the second one, so you know, you never really know with Frazzleberry what he's gonna think, you know? So, let's get started, alright? Alright, so Uncharted 3 starts, basically Sully and Drake are like going to a meeting, and you find out that he's actually trying to sell his ring to this organization, and basically they try to set him up. They basically break out. They end up getting it looks like basically they get the shit kicked out of them, and then they get killed pretty much, at least to the enemies. But what you actually find out is there was one of your teammates actually working with the bad guys undercover. So he basically tells you guys to get up, it's all good, and from there on it's Uncharted 3. What I thought was actually interesting is we get to go back to Drake when he's, I think, 15 or he's a young boy basically, and I forgot the city he's in, but he's in some crazy city, and he's at like the museum of Francis Drake, and he pretty much finds like the ring, and he also finds this like decoder device. And what he finds out is if you take the ring and put it inside of the decoder, it actually puts out like this message or some stuff. And so basically that takes him on a 20-year journey, like from that period up until Uncharted 3. He's always been trying to get a hold of this organization and get a hold of this device. But it's pretty cool. We get to see how he meets Sully and stuff back in that 20 years in the past thing, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, from there basically the goal is to get the decoder device, which you actually get really early on. You get that, then you find out about the city. Like, I guess Drake was set on like a secret mission by the Queen of, and he actually ended up covering his tracks so nobody knew about where he went. And you basically have to go figure out why he did that, what is at the end of the trail that he blocked off, and it's an okay story. There isn't too much, I guess, sacrifice. Like, none of the characters really die. None of them, nothing really bad ever happens in this game. It's a pretty straightforward comedy story. Yeah, story I'm gonna approve of just because it is really funny and entertaining, and it's like a movie. Come on, dude. Like everybody says, it really is like a movie. The production values on it they're really high. Has that cinematic view, like style or whatever. I gotta say though, why the fuck does Drake always break through things, dude? Like, he's running across rooftops that are always either falling or crumbling, and then he lands on something, falls through a floor. If he doesn't fall through the floor, he's gonna fall through the next floor that he lands on. And it's crazy. This dude weighs like 900 pounds, but he's in like a little guy's body. I'm guessing that's why, but that's my theory on why he's so clumsy. So story I will approve of. It's pretty good. Alright, getting over to gameplay. If you played Uncharted 1 and 2, it's more of the same. Pretty much they reuse everything. The same guns. They might have added a couple guns. I haven't played those in a while, but pretty much the guns are all the same. All the trophies are the same. The platforming still feels pretty much the same. Same with the gunplay. This is my problem with Uncharted. I don't think it does gunplay or platforming as well as other genres do. Like, I think Assassin's Creed does the best free, what is it called? It's called free running or parkour or whatever. It's where you're running and jumping and grabbing and climbing things that normally you wouldn't be doing that. I think Assassin's Creed has this game beat hands down when it comes to that. And as for gunplay, I think that there are many games that do it better. For example, Gears of War. I mean, I've played a bunch of like third-party games that you wouldn't expect would be like like fucking Dark Sector, Stranglehold, Wanted, Saints Row. Like, I've played all these third-person shooters that they feel a lot better. They don't feel as, I guess you could say this Uncharted feels shallow. Like, you'll shoot a guy and it just doesn't feel like you're killing guys. It just feels like you're shooting and they're falling over. And sometimes there's a delayed effect, dude. Like, Once you get the silenced pistol, everybody try this. Shoot a guy in the head from like without him noticing you. There's like a second delay between when he gets hit and when he falls over. It looks really weird. So yeah, I think they could definitely tweak up the platforming and the gunplay. My main problem with the platforming though is you never know what you can grab onto and what you can't grab onto, because Assassin's Creed, you know what you can grab onto because there's just like this visual feeling that you know that you can climb that. This game just doesn't do that. And the gunplay, like I said, could use more weapons. It could be polished a little bit better. But I mean, it could be all because there isn't auto aim or anything. It feels like this is the thing I always use to explain like how PS3 shooters feel to me is it feels like you're playing a PC game with a controller. You don't have that extra console assist that like the 360 and Wii provide. As for what else can I talk about gameplay? Multiplayer. This kind of angers me a little bit. They don't offer you a online trial, and it's basically $10 to play online. So you either buy the game new or you spend $10 to play multiplayer. And this is the way I see it. I played the beta, and it was pretty fun when you were playing with friends. But it's definitely not a game I would play by myself, let alone play it for more than a couple days or weeks. I'd probably, if I did buy the multiplayer and I actually own the game instead of renting it, I probably would just play like a couple days worth. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it does anything different than most shooters. So yeah. With that all being said, though, I do approve of gameplay. It really is a fun game. There's so many awesome set pieces, and there's so many like situations that are just fun to play in. So yeah, I'll play gameplay. It's entertaining, or I'll approve of gameplay. Sound design. Following the other Uncharted, it's still got really great voice acting. Just the chemistry between the characters. It's funny stuff. The voice acting, like I said, is really good. As for the soundtrack, I gotta say average again. I'm not gonna listen to this soundtrack again. However, it does fit the game. I really wish developers would stop following the mainstream and just being like, we gotta have this like orchestral soundtrack with like flutes and stuff. They should just whip out the harmonica and get like a synthesizer and make like some awesome music, because that's what they should do, because I said so. Alright, getting over to, oh yeah, by the way, I do approve of sound because the voice acting is so strong. Getting over to my likes and dislikes. What do we got? Let's go with likes first, just because I have more likes. No loading, actually. I mean, the only loading in this game is when you boot up the game before the title screen. You do have like a 15-second loading screen, I would say. It is pretty long, but I'm more for that than anything else. There's no loading in the game itself. If you die, it just goes to a black screen for like a second, then you're back in the action. I think the rest of the loading is done in cutscenes, because there are quite a bit of cutscenes. Next up, stat screen. Usually shooters don't put too heavy of a stat screen there. They'll have like how many kills you got and stuff, but this game goes all out. They have like how much time you spent running, how much time you spent standing still, how much time you spent in cover, how much time you spent shooting, how much bullets you've used, how many times you reloaded, how many people you've hit with bullets. It's a really huge stat screen it's pretty helpful when you're looking at your trophies and stuff. I like that. And my one dislike, as you play this game, you can get stuck on quite a bit of areas, whether it be puzzles or just no direction at all. I mean, there was this part where, what was it? Oh, yeah. There's a part where you're in, like, this pirate ship graveyard area, and it's just, like, an enclosed space. There's, like, I mean, it's a pretty big area, but I didn't know where to go, because, like, there's no map, there's no marker, there's no anything telling you where to go. Not even in story-wise. He's not like, I gotta go that way there. I was walking around, and he's like, I gotta find Sully, where is he? And I'm looking around this area for like 10 minutes, and I had no idea where to go. Eventually, I ended up having to fucking climb up. I don't even remember. I climbed up somewhere, and then I found like a ladder or something. And it pissed me off, because I walked by the ladder so many times. Also, yeah, like I was saying, the puzzles, I don't know, I got stuck on a couple puzzles, and then the help that they provide, like, if you don't get the puzzle within a couple of minutes, it'll give you some help. They don't give you very nice help. The puzzle I'm referring to is, there's like this puzzle where you have like all these different body parts like on metal pipes, and you have to use the shadow. You basically have a light, you have to project a shadow onto the wall in a certain order. I got really pissed off at that puzzle because the clues that they give you aren't really helpful. It's like, it shows you where you're supposed to put it, but then it also shows a picture of like Elena, and it's like, why the fuck is she on the paper? She's not helping me out. So I don't know. I think they could have done it a little bit better with the help system. That's it for likes and dislikes. Not too many dislikes and a couple likes. It's pretty good. Alright, going over to my overview, guys. Yeah, it's another great game for the PS3, I'd say. If you like the first two, you're more than likely gonna love the shit out of this one. The question though that a lot of people have though is it better than Uncharted 2? I think story-wise, Uncharted 2 takes the cake, just because there was quite a bit of plot twists and moments that normally don't happen in games, like Drake actually being physically wounded and stuff, and he's like on the brink of death, and there were a couple moments like that in this game too. Just they didn't feel as dire as they did in Uncharted 2, and a couple characters were almost dead in that game and stuff. However, I think Uncharted 3 excels in gameplay compared to the second one. There just felt like a lot more set pieces and stuff like that. But aside from that, guys, story is great, gameplay is great, voice acting is great, and that ends my video, guys. If you made it this far, you're pretty cool. I would probably give you a 5 out of 5 just because you're pretty cool. But I mean, you know, who knows, man? Who knows, really?